Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the September intake 2022. Well, I'm about to read a press statement from the office of Coach Falcon Nuta Dayrell. And August 11, Friday, this is Friday, August 11, 2023. This release was issued by Coach Falcon Dayrell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, September intake 2022 consists of both national and international students from Rwanda, Liberia, and Nigeria. We jointly study required courses before moving on to our various faculties and departments to continue or pursue our degrees at University of Lay Adventist of Kigali Yanza campus. Well, as a student-based organization that is dominated by sport lovers, and have taken a bold decision by electing our Falcon Nuta Dayrell as the new intake head coach of September intake 2022. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let me use this medium to extend my sincere thanks and appreciation to the entire intake, especially to those of you who participated in the electoral process. Whether you voted for me or not, right now what matters is the peace, love, togetherness, and success of our beloved intake. Well, a huge thank you to those of you who trusted and still trust in me to a greater extent that you sacrifice your time and resources to vote me as your new head coach. With God above, I'm so much delighted to serve as our new intake head coach. And I'm looking forward to working with each and every one of you for the betterment of our intake sporting activities. Well, ladies and gentlemen, members of the press, and fellow students of the September intake 2022, by the power vested in me as our new head coach, I'm going to devote my knowledge and coaching experience by promoting unity and discipline among us. And I have few things to say to each and every one or anyone that want to participate in September intake sporting activities. Anyone participating in September intake 2022 sporting activities is subject to the observance of this organization's rules and procedures under my guard as the head coach. Well, the activities outlined below are strictly prohibited. Anyone who wants to form part of the sporting activities under my watch, these activities outlined that I'm about to read, they are strictly prohibited. Number one, abusive language towards a staff members, volunteer, or any participant of the September intake sporting activities or sport arena. Number two, the possession or the use of alcohol beverages or illegal drugs on September intake property or reporting to any of our programs while under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Strictly prohibited. Number two. Number three, bringing onto September intake's property dangerous or unauthorized materials such as explosive, firearms, weapons, or other similar items. Also strictly prohibited. If anyone wants to participate in the September intake sporting activities, whether you being a footballer, kickballer, or under my watch. And this courtesy, point number 4, or activities prohibited number 4, this courtesy or someone will say rudeness towards your fellow participant or staff members of the September intake 2022 sporting. Number 5, point number 5, verbal, physical, and visual harassment of any participant staff members or volunteer of the September intake sporting activities. That is prohibited as well. And we move over to activities prohibited number 6. Any threat or violence towards any individual or group that may form part of September intake sporting activities is prohibited. Number 7, conducting, endangering the life, safety, health, or well-being of others, which include other footballers or other participants of the sporting activities of the September intake, is also prohibited. And number 8, failure to follow any agency policy or any procedures that have been authorized by the sporting committee or from the office of the coach is prohibited. Number 9, bullying or taking unfair advantages of any participant in the sporting activities of the September intake 2022 is prohibited as well. Those of you who are in the habit of bullying and so on. Item number 10, failing to cooperate with any supervisor, leader, or mentor from the sporting activities under my watch is also prohibited. And lastly, anyone reading or read and understand this code of conduct must agree to abide by the rules described above and understand that failure to cooperate with any of these inquiry based on our investigation may result into disciplinary action against any individual that go against any of these code of conduct that was just read. And disciplinary action will be taken against you. If possible, it may lead to your discharging from being a part of our sporting activities. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is how we come to an end of today's press release statement by Falcon Nuta Dayrell, newly elected coach of the September intake 2022. I thank you.